What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We're going to go through Warships, really hoping that I hit Diamond. Did a massive push last night. Probably did 50 attacks, I want to say. Don't know the actual number, but I got to my boss battle right around the time I wanted to put the game down, did my boss battle, and I figured if I lost, I did not want to continue. If I won, I was going to park, so I closed the game. I have not seen the results. I had a pretty good time, but my opponent started after me, so we're going to find out if I get into Diamond on Warships. I'm going to show you a quick bug first on my replays here. This is pointed out by Amawak. I believe he's French. Kavan cannot revive mechs. We check this out. Our mech dies, shot in the face by many things. We drop Kavan. Kavan is alive when that mech dies, and then he does not bring back the mech. So don't try Second Wind and expect mechs to come back, because they're not gonna come back. I assume they forgot to add the mech to the list of troops he can bring back or something like that. Anyways, next up on the list, recruiting. Triangle 9 has a spot. We do massive attack daily, moving up to Forlorn Hope. We've got a couple simple rules, actually 8 of them. Number 1, hit 7 ops a week. There's no, oh, I slept in, that doesn't work. Don't double dip. If you don't know what double dip is, I can answer that in the comments. Don't double dip more than twice a week. Otherwise, things get messy. Number 3, follow notes. If you don't like notes, chat. If you have a better idea, chat. That's simple. Number 4, get intel. At least 128 intel a week. Number 5, you need to be on our Discord. The link for our Discord is right there for those of us who are looking for it. Number 6, you need to know some hits. And if you don't know many hits, we're happy to teach you. There's also YouTube. You can hit early in the op and get easy hits, doesn't really matter. And number 7, the most important one of all, don't be a dick. Basically, if you can't follow those rules, you're probably being a dick because you knew the rules coming in, and just be nice to people in chat. Constructive criticism is 100% fine, but just don't be a dick. Anyways, moving right along, let's get into Warships one more time. Triangle 9, 25-member task force. Come join us. You don't have to be a beast, you just have to be able to chat and talk and use full sentences and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, you also need to be a max level HQ. Max being level 20 or higher, I would assume. Let's have a look into Warships. See, Diamond status is ours. That is fantastic. So finally into Diamond for the first time. This is my battle log from last night. This is my base. I basically made this base up. I don't think anyone else has this exact base. I just threw some stuff underneath the sky shield. Oh, I just moved something. I just picked. That was not good. Let's move you back to there. Actually, you know what? I wish you could save base. I'm very tempted to pick up every single building right now, because I'm going to park this. You know what? Let's do that. I'm going to pick up every single building. If you want to copy my base, here is what it looks like with some squares on it in case you want to screenshot that. I kind of doubt it's worthwhile, but we're going to pick up everything. We're going to put everything away, and I'm done for the season. Parked. We will do some pushing on a different account. 3 days is a long time to park, but I hate the idea of coming out of Diamond, and I don't think I have time for another push, so at least I can take a screenshot if I decide to come back. Let's show you some of these attacks. Let's show you my last 4 here. So this person retreated because we did so good. For a while there, I was using gunboat energy to BART out 1 engine room. I finally switched to 4 boats of rifles, 4 boats of bombs, and then just clearing all sorts of mines. And that seemed to work out fairly well for me. There are 2 different strategies that I employed. Typically, I would go right and BART out this engine room, or I would come to the straight up the gut here and just clear, and shock. Many different ways to do it. Using my extra gunboat energy on that back engine room wasn't super smart, but just getting it down as fast as we could, making our opponent retreat. Quickly show you what my defense looks like here. So people coming in, same sort of thing. Everyone's kind of doing the same thing, coming in from many sides, and managed to, I think I managed to actually get all of his troops down. So I've been mixing in a boat of heavies at times, and it hasn't worked as well as I would have hoped. But when there's a chance where you can distract a rocket launcher or something like that, I have been doing that, like just wasting gunboat energy. GG, not gonna get it down. And then I think he retreats? Nope. Anyways, so big victory right in there. I'm not going to show you too many enemy victories. Taking down all of the things. And like I was saying, I typically like, you see this? That is key. Finding a spot where you can drop one boat of bombs with no rifles and then just have your troops move up works extremely well. So that is one of the other tricks I've been doing, is trying to exploit some little tiny holes in their defenses. You only need one bombardier to survive, and you'll notice he is standing over there doing fantastic, fantastic work. And then the rest of our bombs and rifles just trying to keep them alive as best we can, using gunboat energy to get down mines and engine rooms. All of this stuff I assume you guys know, but I figured I'd point it out just in case there's anything new and exciting. So on the left hand side we had to use a boat of rifles because I didn't quite know where the shock launcher and where the sniper towers were going to range. Not sure it was actually required, but it managed to get us a win, so I'm fairly okay with that. This person did not have their shock launcher, did not have many buildings around that damage amplifier, so we managed to get all of our stuff right into position, flaring that engine room. Down it goes. Let me know in the future if you want to see these at a slower rate, because I feel like we're flying through these pretty quick, but I want to get into the live attacks. So if you have questions about any of these attacks, we just showed that one. Let's show the final against Joey. We managed to beat Joey by 17 seconds. That's pretty fantastic. Moving up, it wasn't actually even a true boss battle. That's fantastic. So didn't have to beat someone in Diamond to get into Diamond, and then just dropping 3 boats of rifles, 4 boats of bombardiers, and then dropping that last boat a little bit last, just so that we get all sorts of extra rifles going to that left hand side, because we are going to need them. I think my average time was somewhere in that 2:4. I feel like I saw 2:43 more than any time this season. 2:43, 2:33, and then just barding out that last shield as best we can, trying to get it down, because otherwise there's going to be a bit of a walk to get over there. But I don't think that I managed to get it down with artillery, did I? Nope. So not super sure that it was required to use our gunboat energy there. That's a bit of a weird balance. So let's go back to this attack. I'm just curious to see if I did something a little bit different, but as you can see, they're only like, they're actually quite a bit of time in between them. Let's just see, because I did change my strategy up towards the end of my push. Let's see here. So 2 boats on the right, getting those rifles out, there we go. So I was using heavies, and then I finally ditched the heavies towards the end. Not entire, I don't think heavies are the right answer, simply because they die, but that shock launcher does lock onto that heavy for quite a while. It stays, look how long that heavy stays alive for. So if you're struggling with keeping your rifles alive, do consider throwing 1 boat of heavies in, but I'm not convinced it's the right answer. Anyways, that is a couple strategies that I have been employing. I do like taking out corner bases and then dropping all my troops on the other side. We're going to quickly pause, switch to my other account, which is still pushing for Diamond, and I'll be back in just a moment. Takes an extra second or two because the muscle memory is not there. I keep clicking the wrong buttons. A lot of you have said the same thing. This account, I finally got rocket launchers, I finally got mines, I finally got cannons. As soon as I got mines, things got easier. Who would have guessed? You guys have been telling me this all along, but I just have not had keys, I have not had tokens, I have not had anything magical. So I've been using this strategy, using 3 boats of rifles, 1 boat of, what are those things called? Heavy choppas. Trying to do something different. I finally gave up on the incinerators, and as a result, I got a 6-game win streak. This account does have critters, but it takes me a while to figure out how to do things differently. Switching between accounts is not a great idea in the warships. On this many engine rooms, I think this is 6 engine rooms, I really, really do like splitting up my troops, just wildly splitting them up, because there's just not enough defenses to deal with them. We're going to drop some critters back there on that, what is that thing called? A flotsam, hoping to take it down using our critters so our troops don't get anywhere close to it. Just also throwing our critters, just hoping to distract some troops, some buildings, all of those things. Critters are fairly magical. They don't solve all the world's problems, but they definitely solve a lot of them, giving you the ability to clear lots of mines, distract defenses. We're going to lose all sorts of stuff over there, but we're still moving on forward. Now we can flare into here. I don't know why I flared into there, but we're going to try to take down as many things as we possibly can in the meantime, leaving those rifle zombie dudes in behind to get rid of that other stuff. Just trying to get our defenses as close to that headquarters as we can, close to those engine rooms as possible, trying to get all of those engine rooms down, and it's going to be very close to damagingly painful. No, don't have many troops left. Let's throw some barrages over on that left-hand side. Boom, cannon. This is not going well, folks. This is not a great start whatsoever. But I think at least we're going to get all of the engine rooms. I'm fairly certain it's just going to be very slow to do so. Let's flare that left-hand engine room, trying to get this down. We're going to start out with a loss. My kids were trying to figure out how bombardiers could throw through sky shields. I couldn't answer them that question. Maybe they throw just underneath the shield, not quite high enough to get hit. Starting out with a loss. That is, losing my win streak is basically how this Boom Beach channel works. Every single time I lose my win streak. So we are going to go something like, I think going to that right hand side with most of our troops is going to be the way to go. So we're going to drop 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then we're going to drop all the rest over in here, throwing some critters onto that rocket launcher, trying to distract. I wasted my critters on that last attack big time, like big time. And so we're going to try to do things slightly better this time. Can't make any guarantees, obviously, but should be able to do slightly better. Clearing mines with gunboat energy is far better than not. Simply because the... Oh, I already lost something. It's something... Oh, that was the flotsam exploding. Okay, I thought I lost my rocket chop-up. Because these things have like 100,000 health. So using your gunboat energy to blow up engine rooms, not super duper smart. So don't recommend that whatsoever. At this point, we're just going to let our troops, we're going to flare something. No, we're not. There's only one machine gun left there. We're not going to do that. We're just going to let everything naturally progress towards the engine room. This is going to be a bit of a mess, but we need that shock launcher to go down in order to get towards that engine room. Otherwise, things are just not going to progress to the speed I'd like them to go. And now we're going to flare that engine room as soon as we can. This is going to be a train wreck yet again. Not doing super well, folks. Ugh. 6 engine rooms, making a lot of mistakes. I don't know what it is, but I find that I take a long time to get warmed up when switching accounts. I spent all night last night playing on that other account, and as a result, I have a lot of excuses for today's hits. So my War Factory hits, not great this morning. My Warships attacks, not great right now. 2:14 is not a good enough time to get any sort of wins. Let's actually check what my times were before. 241, 242, 238, 225, 233. So these are my worst times in a long while. Need to pull up our socks. Let's see if we can upgrade something else. I really do like throwing out choice nodes because that allows us to keep keys and not use tokens. I think they're both called tokens, but what can we get? That's not going to be super helpful for us. What shall we do? Gunboat energy is 28 there. It's 22 here. Let's go for gunboat energy. Get some extra GBE is not going to hurt, especially with all of the artilleries and barrages and critters and things. Let's just see if our critters are maxed. I don't believe they are. Using a lot of... Yeah, they are. Okay, we did. Okay, let's keep moving. See if I can't get some... And I know that a lot of you are saying heavy choppas by one of them is not super awesome. I have been enjoying them, trying to get them rocking and rolling. You know what? I'm going to drop... Yuck. Not digging it, folks. Not digging it at all. where should we... We're going to put brick over in here, hoping to get something down. Let's get some critters onto that machine gun there, trying to distract something, anything. Let's get rid of that shock launcher. Not a lot of mines here to worry about, but we are going to throw some critters in there, just completely willy-nilly, trying to get rid of some of those shock mines, speeding things up ever so slightly. I am not feeling it today, folks. Not feeling it at all. This is the problem with the YouTubes. Gotta keep going, even though you guys have been asking for Warship content. I don't feel like this is fantastic Warships content, but at least you can see that I'm human yet again today. Not doing super duper well. Those critters are helping us distract that shock launcher for the moment. Right now, I'm just going to try and keep that hot pot up for as long as I possibly can. We're going to flare right into there. We're going to throw one more shock on that hot pot and just try and get everything as close as we possibly can. Well, we try and get that last engine room down. I also missed the flare on that engine room, so just not good. But our time did improve. We moved up to 227, which is a moderately almost okay attack. Let's see, we are going to win by a total of about 4 seconds. Our first win of the day. Whew! Things are looking up, folks. Things are looking up. Let's get a... I want to get a time above 240 before we bail, because these attacks are not doing super duper well. I feel like I'm spreading my troops a little bit too much, but there's nothing on the right-hand side that can deal with heavies. So I'm going to drop this way over there. We're going to go like this, and then just drop all of this stuff coming in here. So hoping that those bombardiers are going to be fairly good at getting all sorts of things. Those heavies are going to get that laser to lock on off to the side. And then we're going to get all... This person has 2 flotsams. I have yet to see 2 flotsams. This is the first time I have seen that, so... Well done, person, for doing something slightly different. Trying to get rid of this flotsam before too many troops get too close. And now just shocking some things. Shockingly not great attacks, though. Not really feeling it today. Let me know if you guys go through phases of Warships, or all of Warships for that matter, where you're just not feeling it and just go through the motions, collect those chests, because... I find that that is definitely a problem with me. Warships more so than any... Actually, it's a really weird situation right now. We've got all this new stuff on Boom Beach, and I am not feeling super motivated. I don't know what it is, but I'm just struggling with getting things out. The mech underperforming a little bit, so it's not like I tied the hopes and dreams of this update with the mech or something like that, but I don't know what it is. Just not super duper feeling it. Let me know how you guys are thinking about this update, if you think it's the best thing ever, if you're just playing it because, or where you stand, because I don't know what it is. It's just not where... Maybe I just also got a lot of stuff going on, so maybe it's just a combo. Would love to hear where you guys are on this update, because yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Getting this down, we're back into the 217 timelines. We're probably going to lose Kappa Lajos, something like that. One last attack. If we don't get 240, too bad. Video is getting too long in the tooth. Let's go 18. Let's go. See if we can't get some magic happening. We're going to ignore that back engine room. I think we can get that down using some critters. We're going to drop one boat over there. We're going to drop our heavy dudes in here. Then we're going to go something like this. Now, first of all, we're going to get rid of the sniper tower. Then we're going to drop some critters on there and hope that we can just make our way back towards that engine room ever so slowly. Need to drop more critters. I use critters. I've been using critters so poorly this whole video for some reason. Dropping those critters way too early. Should not have done that. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's keep going. Need to get our troops rocking and rolling. One thing I do like about Warships is you get so much practice on shocks. Like, you get so many difficult shocks because there are so many defenses, and often I end up hitting the sky shields and totally screwing up and making myself angry. But Other times I don't, and that makes it all worthwhile. Let's get some critters out to that right-hand side engine room. Now that those rocket launchers are actually distracted, took us a little bit longer than it should have, but we need to get that last bit of shock. 2 more gunboat energy is needed, but it looks like we're not actually going to need it. So let's get over into here. We're going to lose yet again on another 240 time. You see that? 240 time is where I need to be to win, and we're just not hitting it right now. So let's throw those barrages out there, and then we're probably going to have to wait for those right-hand side critters to finish things off, assuming that we actually do finish off. There we go. Let's flare over into here. Probably not going to get it down with our bombardiers, but hopefully our artilleries can help our critters, because look at this, just boom cannon to the face. Down goes the final engine room. Our heavies from our heavy chopper not following flares. Our zombie rifles not following. I can't finish on that, can I? War Factory, double failure. At least we did get into the diamond. That is not, that's the highlight. But then came 6 engine room gameplay. So let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what the heck I am. I think I just need to wake the heck up. Let's just go straight up the gut, ignoring all of the things, and just go straight up the middle. And this should, in theory, we're going to shock that mortars, but otherwise our dudes are going to have problems. Also, brain not functioning. Keep saying words like dudes and not super vocabulary today. It's late in the week. Holy crow. But it did rain last night, and I am super stoked on that, simply because it means there's going to be some fantastic dirt for mountain biking today. It's kind of funny how your perspective changes. It's summer, and I'm extremely excited about some rain, because the trails have been super loose. The dirt just gets scary. Like, yeah. Anyways, if you mountain bike, you understand. If not, you probably don't care. So let's keep moving on forward, trying to get some tight shocks. Thought that hot pot was going to be down, but it turns out it wasn't. Come on, dudes. Let's get this down. We actually have a chance at getting a decent time. Come on. Let's get some critters to distract some things. Hoping that we can get this last engine room down in a reasonable time. Let's go. Come on. We're not going to be in 240s, but we're definitely going to be closer to 34. Probably my best time of the day. I'm happy with that. We're going to end the video. Keep booming those beaches. If you see any more bugs in this update, do leave me a comment. I am making sure to pass them along to Supercell as fast as they come in. Just making sure that people are aware. Holy, this person struggled on my base for whatever reason. Come on, mines. Oh, they got a flare there. Never mind. I was waiting to see. I didn't notice that flare. So the troops, I was hoping they were going to walk to a spot where they'd hit those mines. But Willie is just not going to have enough time, and we're going to take the victory. Moving up. What did we do on this video? We went... Actually, we did okay. I mean, 3 losses, 3 wins, I think. I'll take that for right now. We managed to get our chests. We went 3 losses, 3 wins. And that's typically... I find that the longer you play Warships for in a sitting, the better you do. And that's why last night I just sat there watching the hockey game, playing Warships, pushing for diamonds. So let me know if you think I can make it a diamond on this account. I am feeling not super hopeful. Let me know if you've made it to diamond, if you've made it to legendary, or if you're made it to gold and you're happy to sit there. Or if you don't park, let me know what you're doing in Warships. And just a reminder, if you're looking for a task force, also check out Delta 9. Check out the description down below. We've got lots and lots of task forces. That's possibly my last Warships video of the season. We shall see. All depends what I decide to do with this account. Let me know if you want to see one last push, if you want it to be a live stream, or if you just say, I don't want to see Warships, show me more of the main base because these mechs and things are super duper amazing. Keep booming those beaches. Do consider becoming a Patreon or a member of the channel. Stick around, check out the Patreons at the end on my beautiful end screen. I shall talk to you soon. As always, thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.